All right, you guys, I am recording this lab for Friday, December 18th. And this is called the flame test lab. So if you missed class today because of a Zoom issue or whatever reason, you're gonna use this video to complete your lab. So you wanna read through kind of the objective and these two paragraphs to understand the background of the lab. And we're gonna actually discuss more of this on Monday next week. So I wouldn't worry too much about it if you don't really quite understand what it means. So before you get to the actual lab, my demo lab, you wanna work on this table, okay? So we've been learning about ionic compounds, how to write formulas, how to write names. I gave you all the names of the compounds that I'm gonna be testing in this lab, right? So I already dissolved all of these compounds in water, and they look like this. I'll show you one test tube, right? They look like this. And I'm gonna be putting each of these compounds into a flame, into fire, and we're gonna see what kind of color it creates. So you can pause this video right now and work on writing the formulas of each of these compounds. You can also refer back to my slides, but we did this together in class. So if for sodium carbonate, when we look at the charges, we have a +1 and the -2. So if you do the switch charge, it is Na2, and I'm gonna put CO3 in parentheses, right? So the 2 is coming down to the Na, so that's where I get the Na2. And then the 1 is coming down to the CO3, and that's why I just put CO3 without any numbers. But I did put the CO3 in parentheses because it is a polyatomic ion. And you can see all the polyatomic ions if you click on this link. All right, so once you're done with this table, you're gonna go down to the data table, and this is where I'm gonna be performing the lab. And as I'm doing this, as I demonstrate the flame test, you're going to fill this table, okay? You're gonna note the color of the flame first. So these are the boxes that you're gonna fill in first. And then afterwards, once I go through all the compounds, you can copy and paste your formula into the formula column after. You will also determine the unknowns by comparing the flame colors, okay? So the reason why I had you do this table is first, I'm testing your ability to write compound formulas, but also you can just move it into this table. So you can copy and paste it for each of the compounds. So the unknowns are left blank here because I want you guys to be able to identify the unknown by looking at the flame colors. And you'll see what I mean by that when I do the demonstration. All right, so I'm gonna get started on the lab demo, and as you can see, I'm kind of recording it with my phone. And here's my lab setup. So all of these test tubes have a different compound in them. All right, and you did the list already. So there's 8 of them, and we know what's inside test tube number 1, 2, 3, 4. And we don't know what's inside these green test tubes, right? U1, U2, U3, U4 are all unknowns. All right, so here's my Bunsen burner. It releases a gas that I'm going to light with a lighter. And there's our blue flame. And I'm gonna test each compound, and I'll tell you the color that I see because in the video you might not see it clearly, right? So test tube number 1, it already says it in your table that it should be orange. okay? So here's test tube number 1. And as you can see, it's a clear solution because remember, sodium chloride is salt, right? I just dissolved salt in here. All right, let's look at the flame. And you can see an orange flame for test tube number 1, sodium chloride. All right, test tube number 2. So I'm gonna go test tube by test tube now. It is also a clear solution. All right, I hope you saw that. It's not quite orange. We're gonna say that test tube number 2, strontium nitrate, is a red flame. All right, so I'll show you guys one more time. All right, it's like a reddish orange, but you can put red for number 2. Test tube number 3 has copper sulfate in it, copper 2 sulfate, and it is this clear blue solution. Well, let's see what kind of flame color it produces. All right, what color did you see? I think I saw green. All right, one more time. So test tube number 3 is copper 2 sulfate, and it produced a green flame. All right, let's do number 4, potassium phosphate. Test tube number 4 is potassium phosphate. You want to watch carefully. What color was that? Pink. All right, good job. It is a pink flame. I know it looks orange in the video, but it is a pink flame. All right. So that was it for test tube 1, 2, and 3. So now I'm going to test all the unknowns. All right. You're going to do the same thing. You're going to note the color of these unknowns. All right. So I'm going to start with unknown number 1. It's a clear solution. All right. That's a pretty clear orange, right? I'm going to show it one more time. Woo! Orange. All right, unknown 2. We have another clear solution. All right, so that initial color, I hope you saw that, is a pink color. It's like a pink purplish. So unknown 2, you should write pink. All right, unknown 3, it's another clear solution. Ooh. What did you see? I saw red, unknown 3. Looks like a red flame. It's a nice red flame there. All right, last one, unknown 4. It's another blue solution, so you might guess what the flame color might be. All right, we'll see it one more time. It is a nice green color. All right, turn off flame. All right, so that is it for the flame test. So what I need you guys to do is to go back to the table. Make sure you have the flame colors noted. I just did it in the lab, demo lab. And you're going to identify the unknowns. All right, you're gonna identify the unknowns. A hint that I'm gonna give you is you might have realized that some of these compounds or all of them produce the same color, right? Like 2 of each. So you wanna look at the list of chemicals that we used and try to find a pattern. Like what compounds produced the same colors? All right, if you have any questions, you can text me, you can email me, but that's it for our lab. Thanks, guys.